copy my style and show it to their friends and try to say that it's them, but y'all know what this is. Red bone on the couch and they both mahogany brown. Cabin so big it can see my house. Then again, my view is too stupid, bruh, for real. Don't forget to get about who really do this, bruh, for real. It's so Cali, go closer. You like a lot of to the clipping in the holster like it's supposed to be closer than your chauffeur, Costa Nostra. Stick up to your nose, this rolling stone and no loner. California, ill as pneumonia when we confold you with that villain's aroma, pilling out, spilling all your feelings out on the corner, chilling out. Ice grilling my mouth, shout out to soldiers, not pulling the out to show you, but the brains over the rover. You put a coat over the stain, cause for the day we whipping your rain, so you're hitting the bank. Don't forget that the game coded in polars. California bears, take your chain off for ya, because out of all of you squares.
This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and this is the scene at sold-out Everbank Stadium in downtown Jacksonville. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last, and off we go here in the wild card round. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
The 20. 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. 49 yards. And the Jaguars will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Throwing Throwing now is Geno. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Genty. And he is going to lose yardage here. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Finding room at midfield. And down right around the 37. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Lawrence will throw. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And his kick is indeed good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3. And I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Smith. They'll get this out to Genty. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Geno now to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 63 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Right back to him on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 109 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Here we go.
Turton is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, fair to say they've got something here, this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Gino going to hand it to Genty. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Smith now to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Throwing is Smith. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Now Lawrence changing the play. Hands it off out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And they'll go again with Etienne. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
2nd and 5. Now Lawrence to throw. Touchdown Jaguars. It's the fullback. 32 yards. And the Jaguars continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Geno. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Kelvin Joseph. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. Here's Smith. Pass right side caught by Thornton. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now Smith. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. An audible here to get a new look. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Jags are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. They give to Etienne running right. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 178 yards rushing for him now, as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a handoff as they run left side. Down to the 25. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Lawrence. And Thomas has it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he returns this to the 22. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they put a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first. To throw is Smith. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Smith. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
From the gun, here's Smith. That's complete. It's Ashton Genty. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have kissed it on the ground.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That third down conversion good for 23. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen. But the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Boy, 184 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take over here up near the 40. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Lawrence will throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
A give running right, ETN. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Same right. At the 24-yard line. Ramp 23.
Another toe for ETN. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game,
with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Right back to Genty on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On 1st down, it's Genty. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw, Smith. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. Smith now to throw. They'll get this out to Genty. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Genty. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last throw here for Smith. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers from 3 yards out. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw. It's complete. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there.